Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice and Bengals Nation. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. I'm up to 712 subscribers. That is awesome. We had over 900 and something views. That is great. Now, as you know, I'm bringing you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of the injured Joe freaking Burrow. We'll get to that in a minute. Now, this show and every show is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out their website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. All right, I usually do a little rant or whatever, but I'm just going to bring in my boy Jeremy Dean, and we can get right into this. Jeremy, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Doing all right, man. Been working today and listening to the radio and listening to about 500 different opinions on what's going to happen with Joe Burrow. So,
All right. Well, let's get into the latest. This is the latest that I have been told. Joe freaking Burrow has a torn ACL and an MCL. Now, there's no other damage that they know of right now. They won't find out until they actually get into the knee, So I just like to tell everybody that Carson Palmer had this pretty much exact same injury 15 years ago, and he played the next season. Now, this is something that I posted on Bengals Nation, the video I took. I couldn't get it to upload up here, so I'm just going to play the sound. And this is from NFL Network.
All Bengals fans need to listen to this. Let me turn the volume up. Hang on a second.
Hold on.
This is what he's saying.
It remains to be seen how the rehab will go, but it is conceivable and possible that he is on the field for week one. The main thing is there's nothing that happened on Sunday, from what I understand, that is going to derail anything for the future as far as Joe Burrow's health or performance.
There you go. For the future, for his health and performance. So everybody that's freaking out and saying that he's done and it's over, well, it's not over. I mean, we don't really know, honestly, until they get into his knee. And that surgery, we don't know when it's going to be. Zach Taylor hasn't said anything. Everybody. I've had people on Bengals Nation saying, well, he's a mobile quarterback and he'll never be able to do this again. I'm like, how do you know that? Are you an expert? I don't know that. He might not be able to, but he might be able to. So I'm just like, everybody just needs to calm down. Okay. Let's go. Let him have the surgery, see what's actually damaged in the knee, and then y'all can freak out after that.
Yeah. And, even once the surgery's done, they come out, pray to God, everything went great,
right?
Blah, blah, blah. They throw out a timeline really until April, May, June, once we start getting closer to doing some football activities, everybody can play doctor for the next 10, 12 months, 10 months, whatever. But like you just said, and like we were talking about earlier, there are people that heal quicker than other people. There are some things that we just don't know anything. And to sit around and
we don't know.
Exactly. And to sit around and argue and call each other all kinds of names. And
I'm leaving Bengals Nation because of these guys are all depressing. I'm like,
you called me an a-hole. I'm out of here. I'm leaving.
Right.
No, man, we got to, like I said yesterday, we're going to have to stick together through this. Everybody can have their own opinion, but at the end of the day, we all don't know anything. So why play tough guy over the internet? Let's just be. This is a game. This is a game.
Right.
We want to win, but it's not going to be this year. We already knew it.
Yeah, we're going to win, and it's hopefully going to be next year, but we'll see. Now, you know me, I always try to be optimistic, and that's one thing that a reason I do that is because you're not in Cincinnati right now, Jeremy, but everybody, all the sports talks in Cincinnati is everybody's all doom and gloom. Oh, this is terrible. And I'm like, that's the easy way to get out of it. Everybody can pile on that this is terrible. We should have done this. I mean, I said we should have fixed the offensive line. You said it. We all said it. They didn't do it. This is our worst fear. But glass half full mentality thinking here. Now, if the Bengals lose the rest of their games, which are more likely to lose a lot of them with Finley as our quarterback or Allen or whoever you put back there, they have a very good chance, right? They have a very good chance of getting the number 1 or number 2 pick. Now, by then, they will know what happened to Joe Burrow's knee and how long it'll take him to get back. This is in April. We are in November, people.
Exactly.
So then if he's coming back beginning of the season, sometime next year, whenever, you can trade that pick for a boatload of draft picks and we can get really good really quick. So that's my glass half full thing.
And, and I agree with you. I've said that, I think that when we had a healthy Burrow, if we can keep him healthy throughout the year and he doesn't take that one hit, which I call him for, oh my God, I should never even said that. But you know what?
Fault.
It is, I feel like it is.
But the other thing, I'll even say this about the hit. All right, I've watched it a million times. It's a 3-step drop. He gets the ball out. Okay. Exactly. Even if he had a great offensive line, that still could have happened. I'm not saying we shouldn't have fixed the offensive line at all. I'm just saying that hit and the way it happened, it could have happened with anybody. Tom Brady had a great offensive line. He got injured. Travis Green, if I think of his name, who was the quarterback for the Rams and got hurt, and then
Trent Green.
Trent Green, thank you. He got hurt. They had a great offensive line. They took him to the Super Bowl. He got hurt, injured. There's been multiple guys. There's another one I can't think of right now. But I mean, yes, if we had fixed the offensive line, it's more likely that he wouldn't have gotten as many hits, and this might not have happened. But it can happen anytime. It's football. I mean, the thing is, we were talking about before the pre-show fist fight. Look at Alex Smith. It's not as bad as that. Alex Smith damn near lost his leg, and he came back. And Joe Burrow is way more talented than Alex Smith. So I'm just telling everybody, yes, it sucks it happened. Yes, we should have fixed the offensive line, but we didn't. This is where we're at. Joe Burrow is hurt. He's got a torn ACL, a torn MCL. What do we do now? That's the whole point. You just got to keep – and Joe Burrow has said that. He's going to be back next year is what he tweeted out. Zach Taylor has said that. People get pissed off at Zach Taylor for the way what he says about it, but you got to have that mentality of, okay, I got to keep going. Joe Burrow's gone this year. He's gone. It sucks. He's gone. I hate it, but he's gone. So you got to figure out what you're doing for the next 5 games. You got 5 more games to go. So Zach has got to figure out what in the world he's doing. Now, if they lose the rest of these, there's a very good chance I think Zach might be gone and the whole coaching staff might be gone. So Zach is coaching for he was coaching for his job earlier before. Now he's really coaching for it. So anyway.
Yeah, you're not kidding. And it's just real quick too, especially between the talent level between Burrow and what we're going to have the rest of the year. He's got one hell of a job coming up for him to lessen the heat on his seat, I guess you could say.
Right. Let's get the Facebook user. All right. As I always say, if you're a Facebook user, do me a favor. Go to the YouTube channel, Sports with Strawberry Ice. Make sure you subscribe to it. And then when you pop up, if you comment there, your name will pop up. So let's see here. Hopefully he comes back hungrier than before and with something to prove to himself and everyone. Cincinnati never gets the credit, but Joe Burrow gives that to the city. Yes, I agree. He will. And that's the thing too, is he's, Joe Burrow's all football all the time. Right now, I think he's gonna be all rehab all the time, and he's gonna get back as fast as he can. All right, Dennis. I know, Dennis, you blew up the show before I even came on and had 3 or 4 questions, but I'm glad you're asking one now. That's good. All right. My personal opinion, I don't think your boss should start next year if the Bengals don't fix the offensive line because she's going to get the same results. I think he means Joe. And if they don't fix the offensive line, I agree with you. They got to fix the offensive line. We have been saying that all year. It's nothing new. Dallas Dennis, he was great this year, regardless of the line. It wasn't the line's fault. Our line actually played pretty good on Sunday when Burrow. Yeah, that's what kills me. I agree with you, Dallas. Our line, that's kind of what I'm saying. Our line actually played good. He only got sacked. I think that might have been the 4th time he got. Well, actually, he didn't even get sacked. It was after he threw the ball. That's more of the thing where the offensive line was doing good. It was hits after he got rid of the ball. Yeah. But it's still the offensive line was playing better, and they still got him hurt. So
we moved the ball. I mean, you could tell we were definitely the superior team with Burrow.
We were going to win. We were going to win the game.
Yeah, we were moving the ball up and down the field. Bullock was missing field goals. Yet we were.
If that Randy makes a field goal, we're up by 12 or 14 or whatever it was.
I say after this year, Mr. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man needs to stay gone. Is what I say about Randy. But
hey, one thing, Randy Bullock, he's off the hook. Nobody's talking about him.
Oh yeah, he got clear, definitely. Which I don't even think it would have mattered. We were marching the ball up and down the field on them. We were the better team, but then this happens and it changes your whole. It changes everything really. But as Bengal fans, like I said, we've got to live with it. We've been through this before. We can get through it again, but we got to get through it together and not turn this into some sort of civil war between Bengal fans that think Joe Burrow's going to play next year and Bengal fans that think Burrow's never playing again.
Yeah, I have no idea. I hope he does. There's a very good chance that he does, but we'll have to wait and see. All right, Christopher, what kills me is this could have been avoided. Who the beep passes on 3rd and 2nd? You hand it off. This comes down to O-line and play calling. Okay, well, my argument to that is, which somebody on ESPN said that too, you should run the ball more. Well, we have this guy named Joe Mixon who is out. So when he's out, we can't run the ball as good as we used to. So I think that had a lot. I got to look at the stats. I don't know how much more he threw. I know Joe Burrow dropped back and threw it a ton. Regardless, I know that. Yeah, he did. I agree that he did throw it too much. But there's a part of me that if Joe Mixon was in there, they might have ran it a little bit more, and it might have got more. Because I'll look at the Tennessee game. That one to me was the most complete offense we played. We ran it consistently, and I think it was the last game Mixon played. I think it was.
Yeah, pretty sure.
I think so. And we ran the ball consistently, and we threw it consistently. I mean, it was a good balance there. And ever since then, Joe's been dropping back a ton. I mean, even more than he was before. Because you got Gio, you got P-Ron. I mean, the other thing is, I will say this. I think Zach maybe should have given P-Ryan a little more opportunities, because when he was given the ball, he was doing something. So I do agree with that. You got to try to run the ball, but I also agree with that. We didn't have Joe Mixon, so that's kind of why they didn't, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I got kind of two things on his comment there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. First off, I think one of the reasons we didn't run the ball is because our offensive line has been so iffy all year. You don't really know what you're getting every play. So, and we were down near the goal line. So you get cute, you hand the ball off, whatever. Somebody comes through the line. Next thing you know, you're looking at a safety.
Right.
But same way with throwing the ball. My God, this young kid has threw. I can't remember a rookie. I mean, I haven't looked it up, but he's threw the ball more this year than I think Andy Dalton did his whole career here. It seemed like
probably. Well, I think he had a record of completions in the first half in this game.
Yeah, and for him to still be able to complete passes, put the ball on the money. Because teams know he's passing 40 times a game. Yeah. So they're waiting on that. We don't have our running back. Mm-hmm. Joe's going to throw. And he's still out there playing. And
the other thing, too, is you got to look at it this way, too. It's not like, Joe was passing a lot, but it wasn't 5-6 drop back, step drop back. It was 3 yard step back, and he was getting the ball off. That's what it was. That was to protect him, to get the ball out of his hand. And for the most part, it was working. I mean, because the last 4 weeks, he really hadn't gotten hit that much. I mean, again, I don't think the offensive line is fixed. I'm just telling you what is actually facts. Again, I try to talk about facts. What has actually happened in the games. So that's why we had a lot of short yardage completions. And that's what was happening in the Washington game. They were even saying that. They're just, small ball, small. I remember them saying that in the commentators saying that in the game. And that's what they were doing. And to me, was Zach trying to protect Joe Burrow and win games, because they got to do both. They got to protect him and they got to win games. And they screwed up.
The way to win.
That should be fixed. Good.
Well, yeah, I'm just agreeing with what you were saying there. And that, look how the Patriots play. They play small. They play a little dunk all the way down the field. And look how many Super Bowls.
That much. Well, yeah, they don't run the ball that much.
Their passing game is an extension of the running game. I mean, they just Yeah,
West
5
Coast
yards.
offense.
We'll
Look at San Francisco 49ers, who I freaking hate, but Roger Craig. How many times they can dunk right down the field, to Jerry Rice. None of Jerry Rice's passes were deep. I won't say none of them, but most of them weren't deep balls.
No,
anyway,
not really.
Let's get to some of these comments and questions here. Hold on. Blowing up on me here. Jeff, I have been optimistic, Saber. We were winning out, but that off the table. But the draft looks good for 2021. We're heading to the playoffs. Who day? We have to address the line of fire armadillo. Yeah. Like I said, somebody's getting fired. I think somebody's getting fired this year. I just don't know. Who. So yeah, and Landon's talking about Marty Brennaman blew up. I don't know if you saw that. I posted it on Bengals Station about how he blew it up. But yeah, Marty Brennaman, for those of you who don't know, does not like Mike Brown. So that really wasn't surprising at all. Crown. People need to be patient with Joe. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to know, Crown. We're not going to know until they get in and do the surgery. And I'm sure the surgery is going to happen this week. I don't know when. Yeah, I mean, I don't know when. He's back in Cincinnati. Tyler Boyd was talking about how much of a leader he is, and that dude is going to lead us to a Super Bowl. So that's where I'm like, the Bengals, if the players aren't freaking out about this, we need to it sucks. It's bad. Don't get me wrong. It's bad, but just need to wait and see what happens first. So,
yeah.
All right. And on Facebook user, let's see here. What was his purpose to throw the O-line under the bus and ruin their relationships? You talking about Joe Burrow? Or you talking about Zach? I don't know who you're talking about throwing under the bus, because I don't think either one of them threw the offensive line under the bus that I know.
Yeah, I'd really like to know what you meant by that. If you want to,
if you can
follow up
and clarify your comment there. Facebook user Daryl, what's up, buddy? Thanks for being so positive during this time. There's no sense in second guessing now. Hopefully, we can draft some offensive linemen and pick up a couple good free agents coming into next year. I agree. This is where we are right now. Yeah. And another thing I posted on Bengals Nation, you guys can find it, of the offensive linemen that are free agents this year. There's a lot of them. So there's a good chance that the Bengals could find some. And like I said, if we get that number one, or probably not number one, but number two, number three pick, we could, like I said, we could sell. You guys remember I don't know how old most of my viewers are here, but you guys remember the Herschel Walker trade for Dallas to Minnesota? I mean, that led to the Cowboys winning 3 Super Bowls and be able to draft all these guys. So the Bengals play their cards right, which hopefully they'll learn from their past mistakes of drafting Achilles Smith instead of taking the entire draft of the Saints. Hopefully they'll learn and say, hey, there's 2 NFL quarterbacks that are being in this draft. We don't need one. You guys need them. Give us a whole bunch of picks and you can have them. So,
and that's going to happen. I mean, I don't know where we're going to be at the end of the year.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't need it. Chances are we're not going to win a lot of games.
That's true. And pick 1, pick 2. That's, like I've said before, a treasure chest just waiting to be opened by Cincinnati. Throw 8 players, 10 players instead of 7 and 1 in each round, and maybe you hit on a couple.
Yeah.
And changing your whole team around on some defense work and offensive line work. Yeah. And we may have found a guy on offensive line in Spain. Maybe have found a guy in Adeniji. We won't know. We will by the end of the year. We'll know kind of what we're looking at. But this year was going to be bad anyway. So you know what? Let's stand behind Burrow and let's quit griping everybody out. We're all Bengal fans. This is a football game. So
exactly, it's a game, and you guys, you can argue and fight, but people should just look. You're allowed to have your own opinions. It's fine. I'm allowed to have mine. You can come on here and disagree with me. I don't care. Not gonna hurt my feelings. All right, Stefan. I know I asked this question already, but do you think Mike Brown will come around out of his wallet? Yeah, I do. Because yes, I think and front line and surround him with or continue to be cheap. Yes, I think he will come around. I think he has done that this year, this offseason, and this year. I mean, the guys that he's added, they've spent money even on the look. That's where I say that they knew the offensive line was bad, so they figured it out too late. That's why they got Spain. That's why they picked up Finney. That's why they picked up who else did they pick up? Wasn't there somebody else? They picked up 3 of them, I thought.
Xavier Ciafilo, they picked him up.
I signed him in free agent. But yeah, so they tried.
Oh, you're talking about you're talking about draft. Okay.
Well, I'm just talking about during the year. What's up, Mikey?
Hey, Mike.
Just about during the year of who they picked up during the year, of trying to fix the offensive line. They tried, and we got to ask how many times on this show, well, who can they get in the offensive line during the year? During the year, it's really hard to get anybody. They should have done it in the offseason, So, yes, I guess long way to answer Stefan's question. Yes, I think Mike Brown is going to spend money, going to continue to spend money. And hopefully next year, Joe Burrow will be back. We'll get maybe this kid from Oregon who I think it was Landon or somebody posted it on Bengals Nation. Dude looks pretty good.
Yeah, I posted his highlights out. Yeah, he and Landon. I think Landon did too. Maybe I don't know who did, but yeah, he looked pretty solid. But and then I'm going to go to Mike because you just jumped on Mike, and I want to make sure you get a chance too because I know you might not be able to be on the whole show. But in my head, this year I always kind of knew. Well, we got Joe Burrow, so we're solid, we're good for next year. And now we've got an inconsistent defense and an inconsistent offensive line. We've got the rest of the year to maybe kind of figure this out, get our guys kind of working together, learn, not blowing coverages and all these crazy things that they do a little bit too much of on defense.
Mm-hmm.
And now it just kind of, now it's kind of like we're redrafting, getting more. We're going to have to get more now than what we did.
Hold on, Mike. I'll let you talk, Mike. Hold on. But
you're fine.
How about the defense Sunday against Washington? I think they actually played pretty good. They kept us in the game because Bullock misses the field goal. He misses the extra point. We Burrow fumbles on the 1 yard line, and by halftime we're winning 9-7 or 9 to whatever it was. We had 9 points. Yeah. I think our defense actually played pretty good. When Burrow got hurt, the air went out of the balloon. I quit watching. You quit watching. We went live on the channel here. I mean, it just
they were horrible.
Right.
Offense, defense, once Burrow went down. And you saw Zach over there getting them all revved up and all right, guys, let's get behind Burrow and everybody's hot, and then they come out and play like that.
But that's the thing though. You can look at that. I think if you watch that video of Zach doing it, all those guys were watching him. Nobody was like, turning away or whatever. They were all listening to him. Dude, look, you lose your best player on your team. I don't care who you are. It's hard to come back and get yourself up to play because your mind's wondering, okay, what's happening to him? How's this going to affect the season? All that stuff. But I mean, I think all those guys are still with Zach. I mean, look, at this point, Zach might get fired because of what's going on. I don't know, but anyway.
But I will say real quick, it was not Zach Taylor's fault, and it was not the offensive line's fault. It was a 3-step drop. It happens maybe 1 out of 1,000 that your guy's going to get bull rushed right perfectly into your quarterback's knee. I mean, the thing is, from to Cincinnati. So
if the guy from the other side doesn't hit him from the top, Burrow just falls backwards.
Yeah,
that's the other thing is he hit him low and his leg went straight, and the other guy hit him from the top, and that's what put him in the C and bent his knee. Anyway, hey Mike, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the show.
I'm hanging, guys. I'm hanging.
Roll with it, man. How do you feel, man? How do you feel about it?
About the game?
About
game,
this
Joe
year,
Burrow, everything moving forward.
Everything.
I'm a little bit irritated and probably a little bit upset about the whole Burrow thing. I really hope he gets better because he is the future of the team. And I think I'm a little bit irritated too because I mentioned this like today earlier in Bengals Nation that the offensive line, I know sometimes the offensive line is going to slip up a little bit, but against Washington, their defense is not that good. I don't believe.
No,
I don't think they're that good.
Front four is really good. They got number 1 draft picks on that front line. Their front four is very good. So it was a very difficult front line to go against. And you got Chase Young on there and Allen. Yeah, their front line is no joke. So it was a very good front line they were going against.
I just think it was just I think it's just bad luck. It's a big curse. So.
Put it this way, it happens. We got to move on. That's all we can do. All right, let's get some questions.
Just let people know that Joe Burrow will be back next year, guys.
Hopefully, I think so. Okay, Joe, I think we should lose out. Sit Mixon for the rest of the year to heal his foot. Go get Snell in the draft and go after more O-line players, and then hit free agency. I don't think the Bengals are going to have a problem losing out because I think there's a good chance that they will, and I'm trying to be optimistic, but I don't. If their performance after that was good.
I think that's why they put Mixon on the IR for 3 weeks, but there's no really reason for him to be out there with 4 or 5 games to go, and
you got 5 games left. He's out for 3 of them. He can only play 2.
Exactly. What's the point?
What's the point?
I think he's done.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think they should play some backups and see what they can do and see if they, if they would make the team or not.
That's
really. I know we got a lot of backups now.
Yeah, we've been playing lots of backups. So,
but I mean, there's probably some guys on the bench that hasn't played at all. And play them and see how they do. If they do well, then try to start them and see what happens. But other than that, I agree with both of you guys, though. Don't risk it.
All right, Dallas. They haven't used Trayvon Williams as much at all, and I believe he's a power back. Also, Mixon didn't play. He didn't play in the Tennessee game. Okay. I couldn't remember.
I'm with you, Dallas, on that though. I was about to mention that as soon as Mike got done talking, because he was talking about rookies that we brought up and that haven't played at all, and we don't have anything to lose. And then you popped up with that comment there, and I think the same thing. Why not throw him out there, see how he does, and we're going to find out what we have this year.
Yeah, that is true. All right, Tony's jumping on here. I know this about the Bengals, but it's also called Sports with Strawberry Ice. So in other sports, Jeremy, glad to see OSU handled IU like they did. Should they be up there with Notre Dame and above UC?
Yes, definitely. We were up 34-7. We came out flat. we let them come back.
Yeah.
Indiana's been horrible for 15, 20 years, and every year it don't matter how good the Buckeyes are.
Indiana always gives a hard game. They do
every time. And that's what happened again this week. And we're one of the best teams in the country.
I will say this: I'm surprised at how bad the secondary for the Buckeyes looked, because they were throwing all over the place on them. That to me would scare me as a Buckeyes fan.
Yes, as in our defensive, just about every one of our defensive backs are playing in the NFL this year. So we lost a lot. Seven Banks, he's a new kid. The only one that came back was Sean Wade. And he actually went from inside to outside, and he's the one that's been being burnt the worst out of all of them. And he's supposed to be the best one that we have. And he's actually mentioned that he's not comfortable on the outside, and he's still got a lot of work to do. But I feel like as we play a couple more games here, which we only got like 5 games left or something, I think we'll grow and get better on defense. If not, somebody's going to be in some serious trouble in Columbus.
Yep, exactly. All right. Facebook user. Again, if you're a Facebook user, do me a favor, go to Sports with Strawberry Ice on YouTube. And if you subscribe there and you comment there, your name will pop up. So that way we know who we're talking to. Let's see here. What drives me nuts is switching players in and out every week. Alton Tate and Michael Thomas both have looked great, but never seen them both in at the same time. Erickson doesn't need to return punts. Throw him in the slot every once in a while. So to this day, I don't know why we don't run a 2-back set. Also, Gio's blocking is underrated. I will give you about that. Gio's blocking is underrated. And yeah, I was hoping once Mixon got back and Burrow was back, we would actually do a 2-back offense a little more with Gio in there, because Gio's a weapon, that I don't think they've completely taken advantage of it. And you've seen what he could do the last couple of weeks. No, he's not bang it up right at the middle kind of guy. He's not, he's not going to run the ball 30 times for you, But, you can get him out there in open space, bubble screen, stuff like that. And to me, the switching in and out, I understand what you're saying, but to me, that means we got a lot of talent at wide receiver. A lot of talent and not a lot of playing time. So, and Alton Tate and Michael look good. Michael Thomas look good. Is it them looking good? Now, Alton Tate, I know, because he did it last year with Burrow or with Dalton. But is Thomas, does he look good? Is it Joe Burrow making him look good? Because if you guys ever notice, great quarterbacks don't always need great wide receivers. They are awesome to have, but we got some really talented wide receivers, and we got have next year, he'll be back, a really talented quarterback. So I think he also helps the wide receivers in that aspect.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, I know what he's trying to get it more, more guys playing together, more time together, get more in sync. But I really just think at this point of the season, especially the last few games, we've just been trying to see for each game, kind of game plan each receiver. And, that's probably why we don't see Tate in every game, or we don't see Michael Thomas in every game. That's my only guess for Zach Taylor on that area.
Yeah. All right. Facebook user is back. You read it wrong. Talk about the thing that person said before. Oh, I said, what was Zach Taylor supposed to say about the O-line? Blame it on them and throw them under the bus. That's not being professional. Yes. You don't point fingers. It's a team game. I agree with you on that. Yes. Whoever you are, I agree with you. And that's kind of where, that's a great comment, because people have gotten mad. Well, Zach Taylor hadn't said this. What is he supposed to say? I mean, one thing I like about Zach, he backs his players up. And he even said it in his press conference yesterday. Well, you guys, he said it before, you're like, if you think our offensive line is that bad, you haven't been paying attention to the last 4 games. Our offensive line has actually played better. Go ahead, Mike. You got something?
Yeah, just real quick. I even posted out on Bengals Nation. I think Jeff liked it. Jeremy, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but go on Bengals Nation, look at the post that I put on there. Zach Taylor does back his players 100%, and the players like him. So I agree with the comment too. There is no reason why Zach Taylor would throw anybody under the bus. That would be just ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't see the point. The point to doing that, So I agree with you and agree with the Facebook comment here.
He's definitely a player's coach. I mean, he's a young guy. He's kind of quiet. He's not, the most fiery, crazy, all up in your face all the time type of coach, but he is what he is.
But then again, when we had the worst catastrophe that we all feared happened, what did he do? He brought all of his team together and got in their face, and whatever he said to him, he said, that's between us and the team, which that's fine. But you can see it. That's, to me, is leadership. That's, again, what everybody gets mad at Zach for not doing, I see him doing. And I'm not saying he's going to be the coach next year. I don't know. I'm not saying he's going to lead us to the Super Bowl. I don't know. I just get tired of everybody saying this stuff about him, and I see him doing what people complain about. So anyway, all right, let's see here. Get some more questions. Eric Griffin, do you think there's a chance Allen starts over Finley? Sure, there's a chance. No idea, but there's a chance. I have no idea. I don't really care, to be honest.
It doesn't matter to me as well. And I also hope we don't need to go into free agency and pick up somebody else. I think we're okay with who we have.
If we have a playoff caliber team, then
it'd
yes,
be different.
Right. Yes, you need to get a quality backup, but we don't. That's why I never understood why people are like, oh, we should have kept Andy. For what? So he can go get his butt kicked, right now, like Finley's going to, and you pay him more money? That doesn't make any sense. So, anyway.
Yeah. Like you said, we're literally down to, once 3 games for Mixon's up, we're down to 2. We got 5 games left, 2 after Mixon's back.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
Big E, what up, brother?
So,
hey, guys. I'm so pissed off at the whole coaching staff. We all seen this coming with the hits he was taking. Why didn't they focus on the line instead of so much on the defense? Biggie, I agree with you. And that was, stuff they should have done the offseason. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is they didn't. And hopefully, like some people said on here and on Bengals Nation, hopefully this is a wake-up call saying, hey, you got Joe Burrow. You already got him injured once. Let's fix the offensive line and, protect the franchise. Because how Joe goes, that's how this franchise goes.
Yeah, and what Mike Brown did is he went out and he bought a Ferrari, and his house doesn't have a garage.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And that's the first thing you do when you buy a Ferrari. You make sure you got a storage unit or a garage and you're, hooked on your house. So
Right.
that's the way I look at it. I mean, for the non-NFL, non-big football fan, that's
Right.
that's what Mike Brown did.
Right. Now I see a couple of people on Bengals Nation do this. It cracks me up. This is Joe. It cracks me up seeing these so-called Bengals fans wanting to go for Lawrence in the draft. Okay. I got a question for all you people that think we should do that. Okay. Say we get the number 1 or number 2 pick and we draft Lawrence. Okay. You still got to fix the offensive line. So you have a great quarterback and the same problem. So why don't you wait and see if Joe Burrow comes back, and why don't you try to fix the offensive line first? Sorry. Go ahead, Mike. You had something?
Yeah, I mean, literally, you have to have – it doesn't matter who you got back there. You can have the best quarterback there ever. It could be a Hall of Famer. It doesn't matter if you don't correct that offensive line.
Yeah, exactly right. It's ridiculous to even talk about. But guess what, dude? If you're out there watching this show, feel more than happy to comment, to send me talk. I'll be more than happy. Because as I've said a couple times now, we're all fans. There's no reason for back and forth or name calling. Right. We just all have our own opinions.
Yeah.
So quit fighting.
I'll get loud, obnoxious. Doesn't mean I hurt. I'm not. I don't. You come and yell at me. I don't care. You're not gonna hurt my feelings.
And I'll still be here tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I would like to comment on the last one too about the coaching staff. Even the coaching staff, us fans don't know when injuries are going to pop up or if they're even going to pop up. You just it's all about how what team you play and how their injuries are. If they're I don't know. I mean, Jeremy, can you answer that?
Yeah, let's go on this one here. Matthew. Yeah, it's been a roller coaster year. Offensively, inconsistencies, defense inconsistencies. It seems like to me that the injuries have blown a smoke cloud in front of our coaching staff. Oh, yeah. The injuries have not helped at all. I mean, that has been a huge, and now you got, Burrow out. So yeah, that's been a huge problem with this. And again, I'll say this: we didn't have an off season. We didn't have OTAs. We didn't have any of that stuff. And Jeremy's internet went out again, so he'll be back. All right, Tony. Hell yeah, we are crowned. And Joe Harrison, no doubt. T-Law serious. Those people deserve. Come on, man. Yeah, exactly. All right, Stefan. Let me get down to yours here. 1 second. There you go. Stefan, I think after they let Whitworth and Zeiler go, it was it for the offensive line. But they had a good front line man as well, like Willie Anderson and Bobby Williams and Levi Jones. We need guys like that. Yeah, Dalton and Burrow in the same year.
Oh,
Washington Burrow.
I'm guessing when Dalton got hurt when they were playing Washington, and now Burrow got hurt and we were playing Washington.
Dalton got hurt against the Steelers. And I don't know. I don't remember Dalton getting hurt against Washington.
I mean, I'm just guessing that's what he's thinking happened. I don't know.
I just know the 2015, the year we both Dalton's best year. He threw an interception against the Steelers, and he tried to make a tackle and he hurt his thumb, and he was basically out for the rest of the year. And now we lost Mikey. All righty.
Well, I should be good for at least another hour, so
we'll see. All right, Crown, what do you got here? You said you need Nixon on your fantasy team, yeah. Well, he's not playing for at least 2 games, or you're only going to get him for like the last 2 games of the year. So we'll see.
I don't think you're going to get him at all. If you can trade him.
Yeah, I don't think you're getting him at all, to be honest. Christopher, what's up, brother? I'm probably never going to hear the end of this, but we should have kept Dalton as a bridge quarterback. He would have took less to be a backup. He could be of started behind the line. His experience with Burrow and transition to the NFL. People have said that a lot. I don't. The NFL doesn't do that anymore. I mean, most times they just start guys right off, and everybody says Andy would take less money. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm not really into taking less money, especially when I just lost my job. So I don't know if he would have or not. It's I don't know. I mean, the thing is, okay, say you sit Joe Burrow for an entire year, okay, and he's healthy. That's the main thing. He's healthy, but you have no idea if he can play, if he got any better, So I don't know. Hindsight's 2020. Yes, you could have done that. Hell, you should have done it. Now you got hurt, but
Well, they knew that Burrow. They knew what they had in Burrow.
Mm-hmm.
Burrow's much better than Dalton. He's miraculous as a rookie quarterback. I've said it a million times. But for us to bench Dalton, then come back and say we're going to draft a quarterback number 1 next year. We're going to want you here just for 1 year. We're not going to offer you anything else other than 1 year, and we want to pay you less. Or you can go to Dallas, one of the biggest America's football team.
And his hometown.
and his home TCU college right now. Yeah. I don't see that happening.
I don't know. Like I said, it's hindsight. Yeah.
It's hypothetical too. Yeah,
it's hypothetical. Burrow got hurt. So now you're looking at, yeah, sure, we should have done that. But
yeah,
I never believed that. I mean, I was really hoping that Joe wouldn't get hurt. So, all right, let's see here. Dave, should the Bengals management be looking for a better QB since the placeholder for Burrow could play a significant number of games in 2021? Plus, the team should not rush Burrow back next year. I think it depends. We're not going to be able to really answer that. I don't think the Bengals are really going to be able to answer that until after his surgery. But once his surgery is done, they can give him a better idea of when Burrow will be back. And if Burrow is going to be back at the beginning of the year, no, I don't think they should rush him back, nor do I think they're going to. Then no. If he's not coming back till the middle of the year, then yeah, you probably need to get somebody, especially if I think they add pieces like I think they're going to this year, because I think we got a chance to add enough pieces to be a playoff team. Now we have to have Joe Burrow to be a playoff team. So I think at this point, it just depends on how the surgery goes and where we're at. So it's kind of hard to answer that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because I mean, if you look at it this way, we drafted a backup in the 5th round in Finley, and he sucks, and that's where we're going to be at again. We've got to improve our offensive line. We've got to improve our defensive line. There's a good chance we're going to lose a lot of good players getting older, but Geno may not be around, So we're going to need to get better players rather than worrying about taking a quarterback, say, in the 2nd round, because that's really, if you're going to get a quarterback that you really want to win some games, there ain't many after, the 3rd, 4th, 5th, you start getting up in there, you're in Finley again territory.
All right.
That's the way I feel.
Scrolling down here. Let's see here. Tony, I skipped a couple. I'll try to get back to it, but Tony is saying possible PCL damage. He said ESPN just reported on ESPN. So I don't know. And I don't even know what a PCL is. It's just another ligament, I guess. So, I mean, yeah, at this point in time, Bengals fans, I would stop listening to all the reports, because it's just going to irritate you and depress you even more.
And you're going to get mad at it. You're going to post it. Somebody's going to get mad at you, and it's not worth it.
You really won't know until they do the surgery. We're going to know a lot more once they do the surgery, and we'll have a better understanding of what's going on here. So, all right, hang on a sec.
It's a bad situation either way.
Colin 22. Coleman 22. I've been the Facebook user. Hey, what's up, Coleman?
All right, bro.
I'm glad y'all agree. I don't think it's Zach's fault. He's got a plan for the team, just needs time to put it in place, but I also think he needs to go through his staff. Yeah, I think his staff, I think he can do some tweaking with the staff for sure. So, all right, hold on. Tony's got something here. I'm trying to back up to you, Tony. I hope this is the first one. Okay. Hey, it's for you anyway, Jeremy. I'll let you read it.
No offense. Talking to me, Tony. I know OSU have killed Notre Dame every time they played over the past several years, but I'd love to see it this year. I think Book would pick your secondary apart, my man. You know what? I'm with you. He would. It would be a good game. He would. We're going to get better. Our secondary is not going to play like that. And let me tell you something. Indiana's offense, they've had a good offense for a decade.
I mean, they have. So, I've watched a lot, and you mean talking about it before the game started. I said, and you said Indiana always gives them a tough game. I'm like, yeah, when Indiana sucks, they always give.
I told you before the game. I said, I just, they're going to play us tough. I don't care. They could be the worst team in football, or they could be number 8 or 9 like they are right now. Right. And they kept fighting, kept playing, kept doing these crazy different plays that they always do on us, and we're not ready for them.
But my Bearcats showed up, and they won. Now tomorrow night, hopefully, we'll find out if they get into the college football playoffs. But I'm not holding my breath. I hope so. Hey, you guys know me. I try to be optimistic, but also try to be realistic. I don't think they're going to give it to us. I hope I'm wrong, but we'll see. All right, Nathan. With the 3rd pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Penei Sewell.
Are you from Oregon, bro? Oregon. Because you love some Penei Sewell.
I hope I'm saying this right. I hope I'm saying his name right.
Penei.
Penei.
I don't know if he's the one that's brought him up a couple of times anyway, but he might be maybe an Oregon fan. But he looks solid. But like I said before, I mean, we took a couple guys now that were monsters in college.
Somebody said this: take a tackle and move Jonah to guard. And I'm like, wait a sec, we need a right tackle. Why can't we put one of them at left tackle, one of them at right tackle? I think honestly, if we get him and he's as good as everybody says he is, I think he's going to fix our offensive line pretty freaking quick. I think. All right.
I'd just like to watch some more tape on him rather than a highlight reel in 1 year.
I would like to see him play. Like I said, I didn't know. I don't watch Oregon football, so I never got to watch him play.
Yeah.
So we'll see. All right, there's a big one here. I got to read this one. If you take this much time to type it, I got to read it. All right, Facebook user. Again, if you don't mind, go to Sports with Strawberry Ice on YouTube and subscribe, and then you can comment there, and your name will pop up, and I'll give you a shout out. And I'll know who I'm talking to. All right. I don't know what the answers are, but I do know Mike Brown and everyone under has put an insert most terrible car engine ever into a Ferrari. and thought they could pass it off as a high performance sports car. I suppose this is exactly what people were talking about when they said Burrow should decline coming here at all. It's not the O-line's fault. They were put out there to start. Even they had no business being out there. It's Zach Taylor and ultimately Mike Brown's fault. Complete. I don't know what the last part is. I guess you ran out of words. But yeah, I can't argue with that because I can't. I've said it. I've said it over and over and over. I don't know. I wish they had done more with the offensive line. They didn't. This is where we're at. So I don't have anything else other than that. I'm hoping that they learn from their mistakes and
this is a big one.
This is a very big mistake. So we'll see. All right, Matthew. I saw this post. I saw in a post someone put out there about the last touchdown pass that Baker Mayfield threw were the 5 he threw against us. LOL. Not sure how valid that is, but we need a DC and a good edge rusher. Yeah. I agree with you. We need that, but we need an offensive line. Bar none. We got to fix that. I'll keep banging.
And we need to get healthy. And now it's Burrow. But
yeah,
I've been saying Trey Waynes, and he's a cornerback, so we can kind of live with a rookie cornerback for now. But now it's Reader, and they just keep piling up, and that's just the way. It's the way it's going. It's just the way it is.
Let's see here. Brad, about to return the Bengals gear along with my fandom. Oh man, don't do that.
Never, bro.
Never do that. Look, hey.
Hashtag never, bro.
True fans, stick it out. Thick and thin. Trust me, it sucks. I was so. I don't know if you guys saw the live show yesterday. When I calmed down a lot more than I did when I was watching the game. I don't want to talk to nobody. I was freaking ticked off. I took my Bengals gear off. I threw it on the ground. I took my hat, threw it on the ground. I was like, ugh. So I was ready to be done too, but 24 hours later, I calmed down. But
hang in there, bro.
Exactly.
Hang in there.
Say, how do I get on here to talk with you guys like this?
Yep.
That's it.
Just comment.
Just comment. That's it.
Questions. Whatever you got, man.
Yep. There you go. I'm sick to my stomach. Yep, I was yesterday. I'm getting a little better. I mean, I know people want to keep, saying more and more about his knee. His knee's screwed up. It's bad. Right. So I just got to work on how long is it going to take him to get back? That's the biggest thing. Dalton wasn't coming back to Tony here. Dalton wasn't coming back to the city, and the coach that had benched him on his birthday. LOL. Yeah. Yep, exactly. So I don't think Dalton was coming back. They tried to trade him, or he wanted to get traded last year. Remember, he asked for a trade, and they wouldn't trade him.
Yeah,
so, I think Dalton was done. He was ready to go.
Yeah,
Tony Kemper. I think he means when Dalton got hurt for the Cowboys. Oh, okay, I got you. Well, that's what the guy was talking about. Okay,
yeah, playing for the Cowboys, and then now Burrow with us.
Yeah. Okay, I thought you meant when Angels with the Bengals. All right, I got you now. I got you. All right, Matthew. Let's see here. Fitzmagic, huh? What do you guys think? Hey, I'm cool with that. He was
for this year.
No, well, I wouldn't say for. I think he meant for maybe next year for a backup. He could be the stopgap until Burrow gets back. I'd be fine with that. I mean, Fitzy, he'll take you all the way down the field and fire an interception just like he did yesterday. But at least you got a shot with him. Finley, we ain't got a shot. So
I mean, just like you said, I mean, Fitzpatrick will put 12 touchdowns on the board in a game, but you look to the next column and the interceptions, and he'll have 10 of those. I mean,
right.
I mean, but like you said, he does move the ball down the field. He does give you a chance to win, but hopefully we're not going to need one next year.
Yeah, hopefully. Like I said, I pray to God that Burrow comes back. We'll just. I mean, like I said. You guys got to remember Adrian Peterson, and that's the best one I could think because I don't remember what he ripped. I know he ripped a lot of ligaments in his knee, and he came back. I think the next year. I think I could be wrong on that, but either way, I know he came back, and he had at least 2 or 3 really good years. So, all right, Christopher here. So what are your thoughts on Finley? I don't think he's that good. Nobody knows what he can really do behind the line. I don't know. He had a passer rating of 140 and 10,000 yards 11,000 yards at NC State. Yeah, I don't know. We saw him last year, and I was calling. I'm like, why are we playing him? Just put Dalton back in. I never understood that. We got to find out what's going on with Finley. With Finley, I'm like, I think we found out he's not very good.
Well, and the thing is, when the season started, too, that was one of the main questions. I mean, for Cincinnati was, what are you going to do at backup just in case something would happen?
Right.
And rather than going into free agency and getting someone decent, and there was quite a few at the time, they said that Ryan Finley had over the offseason studied that he was
it was more of
out of his mind.
Offense. Yeah, he knew the offense, and he was better at trying to help Burrow. The thought process was Finley wasn't going to play. He was better to help Burrow get into the offense, is what I read that as. They never planned on Finley playing. So, and people ask, well, what happens if people ask me this at the beginning of the year? what happens if Burrow gets hurt? I said, we're screwed. I'm like, that. So it doesn't, I mean, if we're a playoff caliber team, then yes, we should have got a better backup quarterback, but we weren't.
Right.
So anyway. All right, Christopher, got another one here. Do you think no one's going to snatch up Sewell as good as he is? I don't know. That's a question. I see. If Sewell is good as everybody says he is, there's a chance somebody might get him. But if we get the 3rd pick, and somebody's behind us and they might take him, that's where you're going to have to figure out what you can get. Because you get 3rd pick, you're not probably going to get a boatload for that 3rd pick because Trevor Lawrence is going to be gone, Fields will be gone. They're going to be 1-2. I almost guarantee you that. I'd be shocked if they're not. So then if that happens, I think you stay pat and you draft Sewell, the best offensive lineman in the draft. That's where I think we're at. That's why I hope we get at least number 2. But
yeah, I'm with you there too, because 1 or 2 is what I'm hoping for now, just because I want the players. But if we're at 3, you got a team maybe like you said 1-2 behind that might want to jump up. You got to count the cost. Is it really going to be worth their next year's 4th round pick? To maybe take this kid that could be a guarantee. But then again, there are no guarantees in football or in baseball. But on the other hand, there may be a team that's in their 20s, that want to come up and take this kid.
Right.
If something like that would happen, then we would have our treasure chest back again. So we'll see at the draft.
I was like, this will just crack me up. I hope I see the Bengals win a Super Bowl before I die. Me too.
My dad's 73, but ever since Paul Brown brought him over. So yeah.
All right, Coleman, he wants a video chat with us. That doesn't work that way. I gotta do a lot of stuff. This ain't a phone call.
We tried to do this. This is tough enough, man. Trust us.
Yeah, so we just do this. You guys can comment and we talk that way. If I had phone lines, that'd be nice, but maybe I'm not there yet. Yeah, maybe down the road if we actually get sponsors or something, and yeah. All right, Coleman. Every fan from other AFC North teams are giving Burrow praise. It's nice to see how important someone can be to his team. It's still crazy to me how he impacted the team from day one. Yeah, he has been the best rookie I've ever seen for my team. I'll put it that way. The best rookie I have ever seen for my team. I mean, I had a feeling he was going to be good. He's better. He was better than I thought he was going to be.
Oh, yeah. And there's respect for him all around the NFL. Other than, of course, last week, Steelers wanted to run their mouths, but
they're freaking 10-0. Can't stand the stupid squealers. Screw 'em. Big E. All right. Is it just me, guys? But it seems like, and I know every team deals with injuries, but the Bengals have so many every year, and it's injuries to our star players. Yeah. Especially this year. I mean, we've talked about that on multiple shows of how many guys have gotten hurt. It's ridiculous.
It's unbelievable. The draft pick, either the high draft picks or the star players that we have go down.
Yeah.
Just about like he said every year, and it's always 1, 2, sometimes more. I mean, it's just it. How do you explain it?
I don't know. I wish I had a better. I don't know. I mean, Kajana Carter, Carson Palmer, Joe Burrow. Now, I mean, I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
And you're just naming a few.
Yeah. Hell, we go back to 68. We go to Greg Cook. He could have been a great quarterback for us. He got injured. So
we go to Antonio Bryant. Oh my God.
It's ridiculous. I don't it pisses me to beep off. I don't get it. I don't know why. I wish I had an explanation, but I don't.
But we don't run. We don't run from it. We keep sticking with the team and fighting through it. And if we fight through this adversity and we get some good players, get everything solidified pretty good next year, we should have a good year with a healthy Burrow. Playoff year.
I keep saying it. One of these days, my team is going to win, and I'm going to be right here. I just can't wait till it happens. Again, I hope it happens before I die.
You and me both.
All right, Toby Kemper. I agree. Finley sucks. I mean, a lot of backups aren't the best. That's why they're backups. Exactly. But Finley is depressing to watch. Yeah. It's hard to watch him. I mean, I'll still watch him, but it's, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Jeff, I think you mentioned it. Just a few minutes ago. Once Burrow got hurt,
yeah.
Once Finley came out on the field, I watched one drive.
Yeah. I was done.
That's enough. That's enough of Finley.
And I was you guarantee to win. I was saying there's gonna be a great weekend for Ohio football. I was gonna say UC was gonna win, Ohio State was gonna win, and the Bengals were gonna win. I was right. 2 out of 3.
Well, we were on our way.
Oh, we would have won that game. The Bengals would have won that game. It was gonna happen. Anyway, all right, let's see here. The entire Bengals Nation family put their money together and buys the team from Mike Brown. Hey, the Green Bay Packers, they're owned by Green Bay, by their citizens.
Yeah. We may need just a few more than 10,000, but depending on how much everybody wants to put in the kitty.
Right. All right, Dave, I figured that the team are going to stop the run and force Finney to pass. He's a turnover machine, and he gets sacked a lot because he has this tendency to hold on the ball. Oh, yeah, that was his first sack. That's exactly what they said on TV, because I did start watching a little bit. That's the thing, and again, that's where I'll say, in Zach Taylor and Joe Burrow's defense, they were getting the ball out quick. They were trying to they knew they had to throw it a lot. 3-step drop, bam, ball is out. Finley, he's sister waits, bam, he gets hit. So, yeah. Okay, let's see here. Christopher. Deshaun, Kaiser, Jake. Yep. All free agent. There you go. Yep. Yeah, these are all potential guys.
Barrett can go out there and run around, bro. I mean, you know, he can sling it a little bit too, you know.
Yep. Joe B definitely better than advertised. Exactly.
Oh, man.
All right, Tony, what's up? Adrian Peterson, Torres, MCL, ACL. The doctors called his rehab a modern miracle, saying it took him a week to progress 3 months. He was back to start the next season and rush to 2000. There you go. Yeah. So I'm not saying that Joe Burrow is going to do that. I'm just saying it has happened, and it is 2020. So there's a very good chance, no matter how many times, what's tore in his knee, the thing is, our doctors are really good. Our surgeons are really good. They can fix a lot of stuff. Joe just got to make sure that he does the rehab at the right pace that they tell him to. You know, he can't push it too much, because you push it too much, then, you know, he get injured again.
Setback.
Yep.
We don't need setbacks.
And Tony says, we'll never see something like that again, huh? Well, we'll see. Coleman. Let's see here. My only concern is the lease on PBS. I hope they never relocate. Well, the lease on PBS is not to 2026, so we still got time. But that's where these. I mean, look,
much.
Bengals fans. I know you hate what's happened with the Bengals, and you can't stand that people think we're losing an organization, and you can't stand what people think about them. But if we want to keep them, we got to make sure we support them. Okay. No matter how we feel about Mike Brown. Again, the facts are he's the owner of the team. The facts are he's actually spent money on the team this year. The facts are he's tried to change. Has he changed enough? I don't know. But it looks like they're trying. The facts are he's getting older. He might not be around the whole time. Katie will probably take over. I don't know how she's going to be like, but the facts are the way she's done the contract negotiations and stuff. It's been way better than what Mike Brown ever did. So the facts are things are changing. So we all got to just get out of this mindset that it's all Mike Brown's fault and it's all terrible. And, you know, it is what it is. He's the owner, you know, and if you want an NFL team, This is it. We lose the Bengals. We're not getting one back.
You just took the words out of my mouth. First off, people want to talk. I'm done with the Bengals. I'm done with the Bengals base. I'm done watching losing. I'm done watching them play. But you've got that enshrined inside you. That's something you grow up with. That's something you did with your dad or your grandpa or your family member. Or you watch the Bengals. The Bengals have been here since a lot of you guys are younger. Have, been since you've been born. It's been all Bengals. If they're ever gone, trust me, you're going to miss them when they're gone because Cincinnati will never get a team again.
How's that country song? You're going to miss me when I'm gone. Which I will miss the crap out of them. And trust me, there's been times where I'm like, I wish they'd leave. But I didn't really mean that. I just got mad. Exactly. The next week, I'm like, all right, come on, boys. I'm cheering as hard as I ever could.
I hope since the city, the county, whatever, get together and at least get us the $300,000 he was looking for, and go ahead and add on to the lease.
For what I've understood, and like I said, all they want is to extend the lease, and they want the stadium to be maintained and upkept.
Yeah,
not a brand new stadium. Not hopefully Mike Brown will get them an indoor practice facility, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. We just need them to stay here. But like I said, 2026, that's still 6 years away. Burrow will be back by then. And hopefully we'll went to the playoffs a couple of times and hopefully won a Super Bowl. Yeah. Well, we'll see.
And hopefully the stadium will start looking like it does behind me here.
Yeah. Oh, God. I can't
every game.
I let my season tickets roll over. I said I wasn't going to. I said I was going to go, but when they wouldn't let me go to the very first game, I wanted to see Joe Burrow's very first game. They wouldn't let me go. I'm like, you know what? Forget it. Hopefully next year. I like going tailgating, getting there. I'll get there at 8 o'clock in the morning, play some cornhole, eat some food, grow out some burgers, and walk around and enjoy Bengals fans and have fun, and then go to the stadium and then afterwards hang out some more. So you can't do that right now, So and it's being the first year I had season tickets, I really wanted to experience it like a Bengals season ticket holder would. So hopefully,
and the Bengals come out this year before COVID. I think what they're thinking is they would get Burrow, that we would have a great offense. They spent all this money on the defense, so maybe the defense may end up being much better than what we anticipate. And
it could have been if they didn't get injured all the time.
Well, that's true,
right?
And we have a great year, and we start building up on it. And now it's like we're just kind of broke back down a little bit again, and we just got to kind of put the blocks back together, start building this thing.
Yep. All you can do,
us fans got to stick with the Bengals. We got to stick together.
All you can do is put one foot in front of the other and keep moving forward. Mm-hmm. And we all keep going back to what used to happen, what should have done, what this could have done. And that I agree with you. We should have done that. They didn't. Burrow's injured. So hopefully he gets back. They get the offensive line fixed, and we're ready to go next year.
That's right.
Is what I'm hoping.
That's right.
All right, Big E. And it really sucks that we won't see how many records Joe Burrow might have got and Rookie of the Year. Yeah, he's not getting Rookie of the Year now. No, Sherbert will get that. Yeah, that does. I agree with the Big E because he was killing it, dude. Flat killing it.
I was seeing 4,000 yards, and he was killing it. You're right.
K Rhodes, I'm listening. At the beginning, you guys don't get it. The symbolism of his injury on the team is outrageous. What? I'm listening. At the beginning, you guys don't get it. The symbolism, right? Of this injury on this team is outrageous. Okay.
Comparing the injury to the Bengals' bad play, bad luck, no playoff wins in a very long time.
K-Road has another one here. Let's see here.
Check it out.
They were running 4.4 yards per carry. You guys act like Gio is a bum. No, didn't say he was a bum. He's a good running back, and P was doing good also. So to have him throw so much was crazy and bad coaching. Okay. I actually think I said they should have ran P run more. I'm pretty sure I said that at the beginning of the show. And Gio, I didn't say Gio is a bad running back. He's just not a guy you can give the ball 30 times to.
So. And nobody's been harder on Zach Taylor on this show than me. So
yeah, that guy.
Right on.
Yeah. So I mean,
who are you mad at? No, right. It's all good. Right. We don't have to be mad. It's good. Yeah. You got your opinion. We respect it.
Yeah, I respect your opinion. And look, my defense to that is he was doing 3-step drops, trying to get the ball out fast. Yeah, if they could run the ball, I think they should have ran the ball more. I think they would have if they had Mixon. I think you should have ran Piron more. I'm pretty sure I said that. Yeah. And I don't think we were dogging Gio. I like Gio. Gio's a really good running back. He's just not a 30, you don't feed him 30 times. He's not built like that. Yeah. He's just not. He's a guy that you get out in open space and you give him the ball that way. So, that's all I'm saying.
You can see that when you watch him. I mean, if we do a run up the middle, if a guy gets a hand on him, he goes straight, and I'm not hating on Gio, but it's different tackling jitterbug type running backs, smaller running backs, than a bulky, fast, hard running Mixon coming through your arm tackles. That's the only difference.
The thing is, Gio was running the ball good. So, I mean, I do agree with what he's saying. They should have ran the ball more. But also, if you had to look at when they were passing, it was 3-step drops and he's getting rid of the ball. So that was the only thing I'm saying about that is that's how they were trying to protect Joe Burrow. He wasn't doing a 7-step drop. It was 3 steps, bam. So, anyway. All right, let's see here. Nando, if Zach does get canned at the end of the season, who do you think will become the head coach? I don't know who will be. My preference will be Eric Bieniemy. That's who I would like to see if Zach gets canned. But I don't know. Put it this way. If this fan base completely turns on Zach Taylor, Mike Brown might be forced to get rid of him. Look like you're in deep thought, Jerry.
I just there's a question by Tony Maloney. If you want to if you can find it and pop it up.
What is it?
It's Tony? Just it's just about the Bengals and heck no. We've got so many comments here.
I guess which one are you talking about here? Tony Effin Maloney? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Which one? He's got like 3 of them.
Okay. Where'd he go?
This one?
Yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking at.
Was a highly touted QB.
And then there's one that follows.
All right. The whole NFL was talking about him. The national media spent the offseason saying the Bengals are going to ruin one of the top prospects ever. And it happened. I know this is football, injury happens, but when you play with fire, you're bound to get burned. This stigma that'll now be attached to this organization could be one more crippling. Okay. Well, I'll say this. I don't know if they ruined him again because he's injured. He'll probably be back next year. He'll probably be fine. The stigma attached to this team. Yeah, they got him hurt. Yes. Everybody's going to trust me. The national media is going to run with this. I agree with you. They are going to run with this. Is it going to hurt the image of the Bengals or what the national media has already said about the Bengals? I don't think it can get any worse. I mean, they've already said Joe Burrow shouldn't go here and yada, 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 and they're going to get him hurt. And so I don't think it's going to make it any worse. I mean, I understand what you're saying. Yeah. But I don't know. What you got, Jeremy?
Yeah, I was just, it was just something interesting. And you know what? I kind of see where he's coming from. But at the end of the day, just what you said, first off, the media never really said Burrow was going to come to Cincinnati and they were going to end his career on a 3-step drop, quick pass. Next thing you know, you've got your guard at your knees and somebody else at the same time. And really, he threw the pass standing up. It was actually after he got hit. So, I don't see how it can be a stigma between Cincinnati football just because Burrow happened to have one of those crazy hits, because we've talked about it. We all knew the offensive line wasn't that great. But like I said earlier, at the end of the day, and you've got your own opinion, I've got mine. But mine is I don't think this was anybody's fault. I don't think it was a part of any curse. I don't think it was. I think at the end of the day, there was a play called. The offensive line had played decent. We were trying to get out of our own red zone, and a bad thing happened. And
Right.
I don't care anymore, and I hope you don't either, Tony.
Yeah, Tony.
I hope you don't either, because who cares what ESPN thinks? If we cared what ESPN thinks, nobody would ever watch another Bengal game again.
And the thing, look at it this way too, is ESPN and all them were saying this stuff about the Bengals. Look how many free agents came here this year. So just because the narrative is what it is, and it came that, yes, he got hurt, but it doesn't mean that's what is going to happen. Look at this. Okay. Look at the New Orleans Saints. They were an awful franchise for years. They still have the exact same owner, I think, that they've had the entire time. They were called the Aints. They got a good coach, and they got a good quarterback, and they took off. Hopefully we have a good coach. I know we have a great quarterback. So that's honestly, that's what has to happen, or it has hopefully happened. We'll see. Yeah. Okay, Chris, let me get back up here. What you're saying. Okay. I say we put Zach Taylor behind the line and see how quick he tries to convince them to get a line. I mean, I don't know. I went off on this before with Jim Turner, because I think they do listen to their coaches, because they listened to Armadillo, and he wanted to switch from a 3-4 to a 4-3 or whatever it was. I can't remember. And they did. And they went and got players for him. It sounds like to me, Jim Turner said, "Oh, we're good." They're like, "Okay." I don't know why he said that. I'm not saying he did say it. I don't know. Stefan, this is a very good question. What would you guys do if they relocate? Well, I think Strawberry Ice and Bengals Nation probably would go away. at least the Bengals part. I would just be doing a show about Reds and the Ohio State and the Bearcats. So
it'll be miserable, is what it'll be to not have the Bengals. They're just such a big part of my life, your life, and everybody watching this show right now. That's the reason you're even listening to us lunatics.
Yeah, I'll put it to you this way. How upset? Actually, I know how upset you people out there watching, the viewers out there watching, were when you saw Joe Burrow laying on the ground. You care. Okay? You don't want the Bengals to leave either. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't be watching the game and being this pissed off that he got hurt. So, like Coleman says here, bury me in my Bengals jersey on, win, lose, or draw, Bengal till I die. There you go.
Gotta be that way. Gotta be that way.
Most fans are like that. All right, so that one. Stefan says, "Is Joe Mixon done for the year?" He is out for the next 3 games for sure. I think he's probably done. I don't think they're going to bring him back for 2 games. We'll see. My opinion, CKN25. I don't think I've seen you on here before. Welcome to the show. My opinion, it's the coaching staff's fault. Okay. Then, like I said, there's a very good chance after this season, Zach gets fired, they all get blown out. I mean, for what happened, there's a very good chance that happens. So we'll see.
And the schedule that we had, that was literally milk.
Games. Yeah, we have winnable games. We should have won a lot more games than we did.
Well, they brought up yesterday. They brought up the Dolphins.
Yeah,
the Dolphins have won 5-6 games now.
Yep,
but they've come down to the end, just like the Bengals. But the Dolphins made that field goal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Caught that touchdown pass.
Right.
Didn't have that penalty to go to win.
Right. That's where it drives me nuts, where everybody blames the coaching staff. I blame all of them. It's the coaching staff, it's the players, it's all of them, especially the jumping off sides penalty. That drives me nuts. And people are like, "Oh, it's coaching. It's coaching." You got to coach that out of them. Okay. Well, you can't coach the fear that guy is better than me and I got to get off the ball fast. Or not, he's going to beat me. You can't coach that out of somebody. If they don't believe they can block that guy, which if you jump off sides, you don't believe you can block that guy. No. It's a player. You got to get better players. So
that's why Bobby Hart done it nonstop.
Right. That's why he didn't start yesterday. He had a Denijai, and then he came in later.
That's right.
Okay. David, as a cat who was here before the Bengals franchise, prior to that, everybody rooted for the Browns. They were the winningest throughout the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. Most of that was with Mike Brown. I don't know about the winningest of the 70s and 80s. I think the Bengals won more than the Browns did in the 80s. We went to 2 Super Bowls. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I guess that's who you'd have to root for, which I'd have a really hard time rooting for the Browns.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what he's getting at. And I will never, and I will tell you this straight up, and you can mark it down, I will never be a Browns fan. I will never care about the Browns. I never have, and I never will. So.
Yeah, exactly. One thing, I'll get back to this one, or CKN25 says, I hate that Cleveland's better than the Bengals. The thing is, they're not by that much. They are, but we're not. And that's the thing I keep saying. If Joe Burrow can come back next year and be healthy, and we improve the offensive line enough and do some stuff here and there to improve the team in general, we can get up there with the Browns pretty quick.
Well, on paper, the Browns have a great team. And if you look at it, they've got great players. Quite a few, okay? Quite a few really, really good players. But they're not on the IR. They're playing.
Yeah,
and they played most of all year, other than Chubb or one of the running. But then again, Hunt's just as good as Chubb. So their guys are playing. A lot of our guys aren't. So there could be a little bit of your difference between your Browns and Bengals.
Right, true.
In my opinion.
Coleman, national media acts like the Bengals aren't allowed to be good. They throw dirt on our name every chance they get. Exactly. And then this is a good one too here. Jointa? Anyway, Nichols, I think you're new.
What's going on, man?
The show. Remember when we went 8-0? We're nothing but a footnote. Yep. All those years, we start season 6-0, 8-0. Going to the playoffs. Yada yada yada. Nobody really. All we got to talk about. Well, it's the Bengals. They're not going to win a playoff game, which we didn't. But it was just like we didn't have a chance, and that's just the national media. And I can't. That's one of the reasons I do this show. I don't like the sports talk that I hear on national media. I don't like most of the sports talk I hear in Cincinnati. I don't like it. I don't know about you guys do, but I get tired of we suck. We're terrible. Screw that. We're Cincinnati. We're pretty cool, pretty good place to live. I love growing up in Ohio. I love being a Bengals fan. I love being a Reds fan. I love being a Bearcats fan. Ohio State. These are my teams. All right. So I get tired of all this nonsense in the national media, how we're terrible and nobody wants to come here. That's bull crap. People do want to come here, and we are a good place to live, and we do have good fans. We just got very frustrated fans.
We've just got to get our fans back in the stands, and it'll happen.
Nobody can be in the stands right now. Well, some people. But
well, exactly. But like he was saying, that when we started out 8-0, normally, I'll use the Browns as an example here.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
The Browns start winning this year. You pop on ESPN, they've got a 30-minute thing on them about every 4 or 5 hours. With Cincinnati, 8-0, you might get 5 seconds. Man, they're really playing a lot better than what, and gone. Then that's all you'd hear.
They'll cover Ben Roethlisberger going to the bathroom, wiping his butt. All right,
before they over an 8-0 Bengals team that's finally rose up from the 1-2 win for a decade.
Yeah, and then it cracks me up. There's Steeler Nation everywhere. That's because you guys are all freaking bandwagon fans. That's it. Did that many people leave Pittsburgh because it sucks so bad they had to move? Yeah. And Steelers fans are all over the place? Come on. Yeah. Don't give me that. You guys
where's all the Dallas Cowboy fans at right now?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Used to be everywhere.
Right. All right, Christopher. So, on the draft, I think we have 8 picks so far. How do you think we should draft down the middle for offense, for defense? That's a good question.
That is a good question.
For offense, yeah. I mean, I kind of because we need obviously we need a right tackle. You need that. We could get a guard that would help. Edge rusher would be good. I don't know. See, cornerbacks, I think we could get a cornerback, but if you get everybody back healthy, we might be all right there. I don't know. So what do you think?
That's kind of where I'm at on it. Is I want to see how the offensive line plays the rest of the year, especially Adeniji.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Jonah's gonna keep doing well.
Jonah,
he's gonna have his rough. Yeah, he's gonna have his rough patches.
Jonah had 7.9 player ranking in Pro Football Focus of yesterday's game. So okay. Jonah's good. Left tackle, we're good. Trey Hopkins, he had a 50.4. That's about average. So
that ain't too good for him. But that's not his normal. That's not the way he normally grades out. He normally
plays good. Yeah, he normally grades out better. But again, Washington had a really good front seven.
They've got Alabama. It's like they got Deron Payne. I look every time I would see him tackle or sack or do something. I'd look. It's an Alabama guy. They got a freaking Alabama defensive line, and then they have one of the best ever pass rushers from Ohio State, other than Joey Bosa and Nick Bosa, Chase Young. Yep. I mean, my God, but I want to see how they do. And then I think we might be able to change that around a little bit. And if we get those extra draft picks, I think we might be able to go with 3 linemen and kind of go more towards the defense and maybe an extra razzle-dazzle type player. I don't know. We'll see what we get. But one thing about it is once you get past the 3rd, 4th round, you're really hit or miss. Then you go from about
if you look
75 to 50.
Everyone wants to get on Zach and Duke. The guys they drafted have been productive. All of them, every single one of them have been productive, and most of them are starters or have started this year. Logan Wilson, Joe Burrow, which obviously T. Higgins, Davis Gaither, Adeniji. I mean, that's 5 of them. And all of them started, and all of them played pretty good. So we've done good in the draft the last 2 years. You just got to hit on most years, every year. All right, Christopher, it's not bad. It's not so bad. Kansas City Chiefs went 50 years before they ever went to the playoffs and won a Super Bowl. Yep. So, I mean, and they got Patrick Mahomes, and we got Joe Burrow. So I don't care, but we still have Joe Burrow. He's still our quarterback. He's hurt. He'll get better.
That's right.
All right, Big E. If you guys remember, I think it was like the late 90s, Mike Brown was talking about moving the Bengals. I felt like a family member was dying, LOL. It would be devastating. Yeah, dude, I was with you. I was I was like, dude, I was actually I was old enough to vote then. So I'm pretty sure I voted for it. I was like, yes, I do not want the Bengals to leave to go. They're talking about going to Baltimore. That's where they were talking about going. And the Browns ended up going there.
Yeah, I remember it like it was yesterday, waiting for those results to come back to know if I'm still going to have my Bengals or not. And wow, I mean, it was bigger than the presidential race for me at that time. You know, I mean,
right, exactly.
It's our team.
We bleed orange, baby. All right, Matthew, we need Fitzy guy. It'd be entertaining anyway. Just tell Joe ready to come back. He's doing awesome up to a point that Tua took over now. I know he's been inconsistent, but yeah. I'm fine. Honestly, look, no matter what happens with Joe Burrow, I do think we need to get a better backup quarterback because it's more important now than it was before because we don't know when he's going to come back, but to me, you still got to wait till the surgery. You got to wait to find out when the surgery's done. Then we'll find out if he's got a chance of coming back, before or not. But either way, to have a good backup quarterback would be good because then Burrow wouldn't feel like he has to rush back, as much. He's still going to want to get back as fast as he can. Nobody's going to stop Joe Burrow from working his ass off and getting rehabbed and getting back to the field as fast as he can. But maybe if we do have a better backup quarterback, we can do it. This year, it didn't matter. If he got hurt, we're screwed. So, like he did. All right. Man, it's 7:00 already, dude.
Oh, man.
All right. CKN25. We deserve to be at the top. I hate seeing the squealers and ratbirds in every year. I just want us to be on top. I want to see AJ get a ring, but do y'all think it's a wrap for AJ? I don't know. I mean, I've said this. I don't know how many times you watch the show here, CK, but I've said that I think AJ, we got a shot at keeping him because of Joe Burrow. And I think he wants a ring. So I think we got a shot at keeping him. Depends on what happens. What do you got, Jeremy?
I'm kind of the opposite on that. I don't even, especially after what happened yesterday. Now it's uncertain about, even after he goes through surgery and a doctor gives a timeline, there's setbacks, there's all this. I mean, how many times we hear setback when who was it? Dalton or AJ had his toe worked on. I mean, so we're talking about a serious issue. I think, AJ really hasn't done this. He played his best game yesterday, really. I mean, it was his only touchdown of the year.
First touchdown in 2 years.
Yeah. And him going kind of loco and kind of outside of the coaching staff and kind of, getting upset. And I just don't really see it. I don't see it personally.
Yeah. I can see it being a wrap, but I could also see him trying to taking less money to stay here. So I can see it both ways. More likely, probably what Jeremy says is going to happen. It's probably a wrap, and he's probably done.
At least I hope you're right, though. I'd rather have him. I mean, I love AJ.
Yeah, I'd rather have him, but I don't know. We'll see. This cracked me up. Coleman 22. Pittsburgh doesn't even have the best steel mills. They're all in Ohio. Yeah, baby. We even got you at your own freaking business.
That's
jerks.
Right.
All right, Matthew. The Patriot fans are starting to thin out here in the bandwagon. Yep. Capital USA, Tallahassee, Florida. You from Tallahassee? What's up, brother?
Yeah, man. What's going on?
Are you a Florida State fan? Because my wife is from Florida and she's a huge Florida State fan. Actually, my sister-in-law is even bigger Florida State fan. So, but yeah, that's the thing. I mean, Steeler Nation's gonna get bigger because we're 10-0. Shut up.
Oh.
Yeah. Shut up. Especially Steelers fans that grew up in Cincinnati. Where are you from? What part of Pittsburgh are you from? Oh, I'm from right here. Then why the hell are you a Steelers fan? Oh, because they win. That's the dumbest reason to be a freaking fan.
Yeah.
Sorry. That really
like some guy up in Maine wearing a Dallas Cowboys, jacket. Like
the dumbest reason to be a freaking fan. Because they win. Anyway. Big E, love y'all's show. It's nice. It's nice as a diehard Bengals fan to come here and vent. Yeah, that's what we're here for, brother.
That's right, man.
Vent. We can vent. Let's see here. Matthew, when Zach was asked in the interview today who he thought was the best QB to step up and take the leadership role, he reverted to saying that Tyler Boyd was the leader of the offense. Okay. Did I read that right?
But,
I don't know.
Without.
I didn't hear it, so I don't know. I watched it. I didn't hear him say that.
You didn't hear him say? Oh, well, then I won't comment. I don't know. I didn't get to watch that.
I watched a little bit of it. I didn't get to watch all of it, so I don't.
But that's okay. Boyd, Mixon's out. Boyd's about he's the best.
Maybe the next man up.
Maybe AJ, but AJ just hasn't. He hasn't been captain material.
He hasn't produced this year to be one. Coleman, can we talk about T. Higgins? He's being a dog. T. Higgins is a man. He's a beast, dude. Him and 9 to 85 is happening again. It was Carson to Ocho. Now it's Burrow to Higgins. Well, at least till next year.
That's right.
Hopefully. We could have had Patrick Mahomes, but now we passed him up. Okay, dude, I agree with you. We could have. Nobody knew Patrick Mahomes was going to be as good as Patrick Mahomes. You think the Chicago Bears regret not taking Patrick Mahomes? They traded up to get Trubisky. Dude, nobody knew Patrick Mahomes was going to be that good. I didn't even heard of the guy before. So that's another drive.
I don't think his own mama knew he was going to be this good.
Yeah, I don't know. Wow, I jumped way far ahead here. Kidlo, hey, you guys, y'all up late. Yeah, we might be getting out here soon, but I don't know. We got a lot of people watching and keep it. You good to stand for a little while, or you want to keep going? Or
I'm all right for a couple more minutes. Yeah, we're good.
All right, let's see here.
Got some fans that need to get some stuff off their chest. I'd rather them get it off here than on Bengals Nation or somewhere else.
Cause fights.
Yeah.
I quit.
I'm out of here. I'm going to another Bengal group, and guess what? They're going to do the same thing there, and then you're going to quit there, and another Bengal group, and they all do the same thing. So no sense in leaving.
Be like Cartman from South Park. Screw you guys. I'm going home. All right. Ozman, do you think they should kick Bullock? Kick him out, I guess. I don't know. I mean, if they have another kicker on their roster, it's kind of like I say about the same thing with offensive line. It's hard to find a good one. And Randy Bullock had a bad game, and he's missed some important kicks, but he's made a lot of them too. So to me, that's something they can address in the offseason. If they can get a better one, then yes. Right now, I don't know if there's a better one that's sitting on the street. If they're on the street, they're not better than what you have normally. So,
yeah, that's what I mean. What's the point of getting rid of him and trying to find a new kicker for this season after 2 wins for me? I mean, hey, on kickoffs, he gets it into the end zone. One thing I could not stand about Mike Nugent is he would kick the ball off, it'd go 100 feet in the air, and it'd come down 25. And all they had,
we're done.
and all they had to do was just knee the ball down. Next thing they know, they're on the 40. I mean,
exactly.
Couldn't stand that. So at least he can kick it in the end zone.
He's got a leg. He's got to be a little better golfer. Don't you say, Jeremy? A little better golfer.
I'm telling you, yes. When you've got the fade going on in your golf game, I mean, you golfers out there know this. When the fade's going on, you adjust. And there was no adjusting to the fade. He kept the same swing, and he didn't even turn the body. He didn't do anything different.
Uh-oh.
He just kicked it.
Are you back?
What it is.
Oh, you're back. Are you back, Jeremy? Nope. Lost him. Oh, that Alabama internet. All right, let's see here. Nathan, do you guys think we can become a running team next year if we upgrade the O-line? I think we should run way more. You have to run in the AFC North. In past years, yeah. But if you watch Pittsburgh, they don't run it a lot. They run it, but not like they did in past years. So to be a running team per se, I think we need to run it more. I'll put it that way. But when you have Joe Burrow, and he's going to be our quarterback next year, you keep him. You keep throwing the ball, not 500 times a game. We need to run it more. But if we get the offensive line fixed, it's going to make it easier to run the ball. It's going to make it easier to throw it. It's going to make it easier for a lot of things. Let's see here. Yeah, hopefully Jeremy will come back. Jeremy, come back. We got to end this thing. Okay, get low. Now you're being very 5-0 the rest of the way with Finley. Hey,
I'm back. You know what I think I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to
take a hammer and beat the crap out of your computer.
Watching Netflix in every single room of the house. No, it like I said, it only happens on this show. So I don't know. We was watching the game and talking forever.
I know.
We've never had problems. I come on StreamYard after an hour, I go off every time.
Yep.
I'll get it figured out eventually.
Yep, exactly. All right, here. A couple more, then we'll jump off. Let's see here, Christopher. If they decide to can Zach, who do you think would be the next man up? Do you think the likelihood of Brian Callahan to take over? Dude, if they can Zach, they need to can all of them. I don't think any of them, because if you want my honest opinion is you keep Zach and you can some of the other coaches, because I think he can get better assistants. Is what I would do. If they fire Zach, they better not hire anybody else from this coaching staff. Go get somebody else. Go get Eric Bieniemy is one I like. But good, Jeremy. What do you think?
I was just going to say, if he's talking about this year, and them Cannon.
Yeah.
You know, that would be the normal go-to is your offensive coordinator or your defensive coordinator, one of the two.
Right.
I mean, but
if they can't him this year, yeah, that's
if they can't him, yeah, I'm at the end of the year. I'm with you. I like a enemy, a player coach, a coach that's played.
Yeah, and a former Bengal. So
that's right.
He knows the pain that we go through. Yeah, he knows the pain we go through. What we went through. He was here.
He was in the pain.
Yes, he might have been part of the pain. I was kidding.
Yes.
All right. Well, it's 7:12, dude. I'm ready to roll. How about you?
Yeah, man.
All right. I want to get to the Facebook groups that we help run here. And I appreciate all you guys on the show. It's been a lot of fun. Hell, I got 21. We got 21 viewers still right now. That's great. Join us tomorrow. Well, definitely me. I'll be on here tomorrow. I don't know if Jeremy will or not. Depends on his work schedule. But until then, join our Facebook groups. They are Bengals Nation, Bearcats Country, Reds Country, and Cyclones Country. And for you Ohio State fans, I like to talk about this one. It's called Ohio State Bucknuts. We're both a part of that group. We don't run it, but it's a group that I like. And I will be pulling the sound off of this and put it on the podcast later on tonight. Do me a favor, give me a 5-star review, like, rate, and review. And you can also follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Sports with Strawberry Ice, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Dude, we're at 712 subscribers. I hope we added more today. That would be awesome. But other than that, Jeremy Dean, will you please do the honor, sir?
I sure will, man. Like we were talking before the show, guys. If there's any time, like Jeff was saying, we got 6 years left of NFL Cincinnati Bengal football of now. Hopefully, we have a lot more. But as fans, we got to stick together. We can't be fighting and all this infighting. We had a few people that quit the group, got upset. You go to another group, those people are going to say, try to be respectful.
Bengals Nation too.
Yeah, exactly. Bengals Nation. Just do me a favor. Everybody, you've got your opinions. We gave you ours. Jeff's going to give you his many more times. I'm going to give you mine many more times. It doesn't hurt our feelings when you come back at us and tell us we're morons. We don't make sense. It's okay. It's okay.
Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we don't make sense.
That's right. So I want to leave everybody with just let's show some love. Burrow just went down. We're waiting to hear what's going to happen with him. Yep. So let's just chill out. Let's be nice to one another. Bring our opinions. Don't get upset. Don't get mad. And also, don't forget one other thing, and that is you don't live in Cleveland. You live in Cincinnati, so let's act like it. Let's go Burrow. Get well soon.
Hoo day, and that's just sports, baby. And see ya!